Welcome to Who You Know with Michael Sublett of Oddmost Pizza and Arthur Meeker of Extreme Graphics. We're shining the spotlight on businesses right here in the Pacific Northwest, celebrating their growth, their networking wins, and the impact they make in their communities. From small town gems to big community players, this is where connection meets inspiration.
Jordan's coming on our podcast, and she does such a good job. I'm going to be hyper-focused on things, but thank you for joining us, Jordan.
Yeah.
We're going to have lots of questions, obviously.
Thanks for having me.
But this is, because I know you do your own podcast as well, but that's not all you do. I mean, I know that real estate is basically your foundational trade.
Yes, that's how I pay the bills.
How you pay the bills and stuff. And I love your videos. You're like, so, everybody's got this idea of what I do, but I got nothing to do today. I'm getting my coffee. I've got this, I've got that. And so I love that you show behind the fact that, it's not all the glitz and glamour. It's not all the, you really, it's true. Like, so as you walk the path, you're kind of inviting everybody along, which is kind of cool. I really like that style where you get to know, that about people and stuff. So I love that you're not just all of that cookie cutter kind of like, hi.
It is not selling sunset, that's for sure. It's more like the dirty dozen in my house, kids. And I'm trying to eat chicken nuggets last minute, because I didn't eat all day, and my hair's going, so.
Yeah. No, it's funny.
And you have 4 kids?
Four kids,
correct?
yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
How old are the ages?
They are 9, 12, 14, and 16.
Wow.
So
boys, girls?
2 boys, 2 girls.
Wow, you have your hands full.
So, yeah,
how do you do that?
Of fun. It feels
I
so
want to know.
easy
I want to
now.
know how you do it.
Literally, it feels so easy now because they can be left home alone. The younger one, obviously, being babysat. But, for so many years, we just had this, all of these kids, under, such small ages. And even just to go to a work appointment, we're paying a babysitter, $13, $14 an hour just to, or to go on a date,
See, I think it's funny
easy
though,
now.
When you're a young parent, you think they're so expensive,
right?
And all of that,
yeah.
And as you get older and you've gone through it, because we've gone through it, is that they get more expensive.
Yes.
And they're, so it's it's a different balance because when they're young, they take so much attention and so much of this stuff.
Yeah.
And as they get older, the it's just kind of flip flops and stuff.
It's true.
And the attention's different. The cost is different.
Yeah. Sports catches me off guard with how expensive sports is.
Yes.
Never thought about that. So,
Are all of them? Because all 5 of mine, you mentioned if you was to hit a tomato on the ground, and 5 of them, it's just really, they're all very, very different.
Yes.
How about yours?
Oh, big time. We have to communicate differently with each one. We have to have different maybe consequences or motivations for each one. They all like different things. We can't parent each one the same. I kind of always thought that we could. It's not that way. So
each one of them has a completely different experience in the same house.
Yes.
And I thought that was an interesting perspective.
It is so true.
And then they're so different.
Yeah.
And so, but it's neat though. I mean, you do so many things. How do you keep track of all of that?
Oh,
because
man.
Tell us some of the things that you do.
Yes. Okay. So I run a real estate team of 11 agents. And my husband and I also have clients ourselves personally. And, of course, we have the kids. I'm a youth group leader, so about 5 hours a week I'm with the students. And then for week-long camps here and there, out of cell service. I host a business podcast for Salem Business Journal called Dirt to Sky Business Podcast. And I am developing a real estate app. And I am on the board of directors for the local association of realtors. That has over 1,000 real estate agents in this area, and probably a few more things.
And when do you sleep?
You know what? I get 7 hours of sleep every night. I do triathlons. That's another thing. So, so I do lots of things, but I leverage lots of people and tools, and so I feel like I have a pretty good work-life balance.
Yeah, I was going to say you must have a pretty good nucleus of like a network of people that you have to lean on in ways. But that's very rewarding in itself.
Yeah.
It still takes a lot of organizational skills to do all that. So.
For sure. Yeah. And a supportive husband.
Yeah.
Because he lets me just spread my wings and do all of these things. So I couldn't do it without him. He's a good sport.
About your husband, what was your husband's name?
Mike.
Mike.
Michael
right.
Jordan.
Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
So he was military?
Yes,
And
he
'cause I
still
remember
is
hearing
18 years in.
Wow, wow. So was he fully in the military at the beginning part of your relationship, or
no,
reserve? Or?
I was in the National Guard, which is similar to the reserves. And so ever since I met him, just one weekend a month, he has drill. And he runs a help desk. He's in the IT department. And then a few times a year, he will have to do annual training. Every couple of years, he'll have to go away for 6 to 8 weeks, which those months are very hard for me. But yeah, so he's never been deployed. So super thankful.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Does he do real estate with you too?
Yes, yeah. He got licensed shortly after me. And so he co-owns the team with me. I'm technically the team leader, but he jumps in all the time to help me, so I'm really thankful. Yeah. And he's a wonderful agent. He loves people, cares about people.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So we also got to talk to you. You're in our network group.
Yes.
I saw you Toastmasters, which you've been involved in, you said, for some years.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I've been working hard at my public speaking skills.
Yeah.
Because I love helping agents and people, but if I, am organizing my day, I could go to coffee with this agent, that agent, but I only have so many hours in a week, and so I can only help a limited amount of people. And then a little over 2 years ago, the reason I started Toastmasters is because I realized if I stood from a stage and in 1 hour I could help 200 people, that's helping so many more people and taking so much less of my time than individual appointments. So it just made sense if I wanted to help people.
So do you have future plans for that? Do you have anything coming up?
Yes, I actually had my first paid speaking gig that's later this month already. So yeah, but I do speak here and there at real estate events usually or business events.
Well, you have to be really good at being critiqued at when you're in the light you're in, because you have a lot of people looking at you. And how you hone your skills and how you grow in what you're doing is part of the process and stuff. And so, but it seems to have done really well for you. I think that you've been able to pull a lot, from all the different things that you do. And it's just made you really strong. And so, you got your first speaking one coming up soon, but what does the landscape for a year look like, or do you plan that far ahead? Because I've seen some of the people you have brought on your podcast, and they're some heavy hitters as well. And so sometimes this can grow super fast and exponentially and stuff. Have you kind of mapped any of that out as if it starts happening, this is what I'm going to do?
Yes. I as far as the Dirt to Sky podcast, I have really big goals for it. I have big goals for myself in general, and I have been working hard on not having limits or walls, and it helps me dream bigger, I guess, and it helps me move so much quicker. And so I would love to travel to wherever my guests are, and then in the future have them travel to me. So now that I'm getting guests that are known internationally, I just want to be able to travel to them and have in-person like this with them.
Perks.
Yes, that's what I would love. And the 2 celebrity CEOs that I had on last month, I was able to have those episodes sponsored. And so with those single episode sponsorships, had it not been Christmas time, I could have traveled there and had the trip paid for and done it in person. Actually, one of them was in person. So it's just kind of cool seeing the reality of what could happen. There isn't a limit there. So yeah, so that's kind of my goal. And I want guests that people know all over the United States. So recognizable names. Because
I look at some of the guests you've had on, and I don't think that there's any specific category or specific thing. You had said something in one of your podcasts I really loved, which is it's it's the adventure of it. You know, it's the, like I'm just going to get out there and just take whatever I can and just enjoy, that.
Yes.
I love that part of it, which is nice because that's part of the being not limited.
Right.
Of doing that, because I've been all over the place. I've had the luxury of being with so many different cultures, so many different people, ages and all that stuff. It all started for me on a bench in a park, talking to an 80-year-old guy.
Yeah.
He told me, he just kind of like planted the seeds and things. And so
Yep.
as you do what you're doing and how you do it, I imagine you're going to run into a lot of things you don't expect.
Oh, big time. And I can learn. It's so fun because I feel blessed about it because I can learn from every single guest I talk to. It doesn't matter who they are. I had someone on that lives here that owns a small cleaning company. She doesn't want it bigger. It's just her small. And I learned from her about how she hires. And it's like, or I can learn from the more celebrity CEOs. I can learn something every time. So I feel I'm the lucky one.
What other projects are you working on? Are you doing a book or anything yet?
I'm not doing a book. I have a lot of work to do before
everybody
that
always is growing, always has that on their mind. They want to do a book.
Yeah. I want to accomplish a few more goals first. I feel like right now, I'm embracing it, but I'm just like learning things the hard way. I'm messing up. I'm trying to figure out, my mission and how do I accomplish it. I'm still very much a people pleaser. But I also have strong convictions and opinions. So I'm learning how do I think it's time to now talk about those things, but then I will not be pleasing all of the people.
Yep.
So I'm undergoing personal growth.
Okay.
So I think at some point, but I know as a project that I'm doing right now are in-person like live events. And so that's kind of this year projects. I'm doing a few of those. So
what's nice is nowadays with the digital world, you as a book writing thing, you can actually chronologically have that working for you in the background with all that you're doing. So
yes, true.
When it gets to the book writing part, you'll be able to do a little research on yourself.
Yeah,
like, what happened in the 80s? Thank goodness we didn't have cameras and film back then so much. So
I know.
But for you in the modern age and things like that, it must be nice to be able to have that. Continual.
Some of it, and maybe not my 20 years ago days. I make a joke. Someone told me I needed on a T-shirt, but 20 years ago I was arrested and have a rough background from a couple decades ago. And so recently I posted on my Instagram story my old mugshot.
Oh.
And then my real estate headshot, and I said from mugshot to headshot, and so some of the things that are documented are not great, but learning lessons.
It is weird though when you go back, and what's nice is it's good that you embrace that you're not running from it. You're like, it is what it is. This is all learning. So I love that. We've, when you're knuckleheads like us, and when you want to be who you want to be, and you want to grow and all that stuff, I think you have to have that spirit from that. You have to have that angst when you were younger and you just want to and go with it. And so it's nice to see it start to come to fruition, though.
Yeah.
Is it catching you off guard at all? Like, I can't believe.
Yeah, I think so. But I also, part of the big dreams and goals is that I'm never satisfied. It's my greatest strength and my greatest weakness. Because my husband's always telling me, like, slow down, like, look at enjoy some of the accomplishments you've had. And to me, I'm like, I'm already past that. Like, those are, I have another one.
I think the key is being healthy.
Yeah.
As long as you can maintain your health.
Yes.
I think that, because health is not just food.
Right.
It's also mental and emotional and all that stuff. So I think as long as you can maintain that balance, just keep it running.
Oh, yeah. Exactly. So
I was
true.
just listening to a really good, it was actually Ed Milet this morning, and he had, I'm trying to think the guy's name, very well known, but he wrote a book, Love Yourself.
Okay.
And he just, I can't remember, if he just released it or whatever. But I was talking about that, and he was talking about the satisfaction, and he was like, the book has a lot, and he's also, Ed Milet was joking with him about being the number one person to knows about dating, and he goes, because I was never satisfied.
Yeah.
And you chase that next big thing, and you're really excited, and then you conquer it, and are you satisfied?
Right. Yeah.
And so then you chase something else.
Yes.
And it doesn't matter if it's a relationship or if it's learning something or
Right.
It's interesting to have that balance, though.
Right.
If you can master that, that's pretty amazing.
I know.
That's what you'd write your book about.
I have trouble with balance. I have a lot of trouble with balance. I do have to work really hard, even just to block out family time and have that non-negotiable. I do a lot better now, but there have been many years where I was not being a good wife and mom because I was just working all the time. And so finding that balance, I'm a lot more balanced, but it can be difficult.
It is very difficult.
Yeah.
Not enough time in the day.
Right, yeah.
Ever.
And I have to remember my number one job, my family. So, yeah.
That's good for you.
Yeah.
So this year, you've got some different things coming up. What's the one thing you're looking for the most this year that you're going toward?
I would say a few things, but I think mostly it's goals. My goal I have a few people that I would love on the podcast, and I would love to travel to them. The one right now I would love is Layla Hermosi. So I've been sliding in her DMs for a couple months, so I hope she reads them at some point. And then I have a fun event that I'm planning for April that Salem hasn't had before. That's been so successful as far as planning so far, is Salem Fashion Week. And so having a full, feeling like New York Fashion Week.
That would be so much
cool.
fun.
At Salem Convention Center, and a full runway show to highlight the boutiques and clothing stores and designers here, because it's like a struggle to keep like a cute boutique open here.
Oh, yeah.
So just trying to kind of support that community, and so I'm really excited for that. That's going to be a fun event.
Yeah, it's hard
this
because
year.
it's all sweats nowadays, sweats and pajamas that you see out there.
I know.
Yeah,
it's
so that would
all
be
the
really-
middle school.
Glitz and the glamour would be
I was going to
fun.
say
Yeah.
my daughter.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I know. I have 2 middle schoolers, and so it's ridiculous. I don't let them wear pajamas to school, but I finally the sweats started happening. But
We have 3 boys at home, and they gym pants, gym shorts,
right.
all the time.
Right.
No jacket, gym
Yeah.
shorts,
Yep.
and tennis shoes, and that's it. That's all they want to wear.
Right.
And
I know.
So I'm like, do you want to wear jeans? And I
Yeah.
think they each have 1 pair of jeans.
Right. Yeah.
We're doing family pictures. You have to wear
Yeah.
a polo
That's
shirt
what
or
I
a
say. I'm
button-up.
like twice a year I tell you what to wear.
Yeah.
I'm like, do it.
Yeah, it's crazy.
You know, it's funny when you say they got 1 pair of pants. I came from a very humble beginnings. I had 1 pair of pants. Long
man.
jeans. I thought they were the greatest things in the world. I
Oh my
watched those things
gosh.
all the time because that was my pair
Those
of jeans.
were
But it's
your-
funny nowadays. It's like,
Oh, that's so funny. Yeah.
Do you have a members only jacket too?
I did.
Yeah.
Wait, what's
But that
that?
was way back then. It was a style. And it was like a
80s.
very small window style. But
Yeah.
I had the
Members
small
only.
window of a lot of styles,
Oh,
because
man.
I was in it.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
The perm mullet.
Oh,
The
yes.
girls back then. Thank you very much. But still.
My old pictures are, I was homeschooled on a farm,
Mm-hmm.
and so I didn't really wear shoes very often, and I had hand-me-downs, and they were awful. They were awful clothes because I didn't know what style was, so they were just real bad.
Funny you're talking about from mugshot to headshot and
Yeah.
stuff like that. And you're talking about how you were like with this, and how you're so fashionable. What kind of farm was it? Because I know there's different.
Oh, yeah. It was in Roseburg. And so we had just 1 horse, goats, chickens. Those were kind of the main livestock, farm animals. And it was a big orchard too. So I got paid $12 a tree to get up on a ladder and prune apple trees, pear trees. So I hated all of it. I did not like large animals. I did not like taking care of them. I did not like pruning trees. I just hated every minute of it.
Do you have any trees in your yard now?
I not that I would I will pay
Somebody
the
to do it.
arborist
Right,
in Networks to prune it soon.
Yeah, there you go.
So yeah,
Did you have a lot of siblings and all that? or-
4 siblings.
Okay.
Yeah, so yeah, we're a homeschooled family. So
Yeah.
we were actually one of the smaller
I didn't know. I
families
went
in
through
our
you said like 12 or
circle.
14 or something like that.
Oh my
but-
gosh. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
And I was voted in high school, because my last 3 years were in a little private school. All the rest was homeschooled, and I was voted most likely to have 10 kids. So, but 4's good.
That's
good.
passionate youth. I love that. Farm is not in your
gosh.
future. It doesn't sound like though.
No, cats are it. Like even our dog, Mike takes care of it. Yeah, I like my kids. I don't like animals so much.
Yeah.
I like things in cages, like snakes, mice, birds. So I sometimes I'll have like reptiles. So yeah.
As long as the snakes and the mice are like not in the same cage.
Well, you have to.
Then you have to.
When I've had
you just have one snake.
Yeah, when I
very
had a
happy
little
snake.
python, I would have to feed it baby mice. And I actually love mice because there were a lot of them in the farmhouse that I grew up in. They were my friends. So
That's interesting. Yeah, because when I was a kid, a couple of years I was out on the farm and stuff, and it's just so different. And I really, because I mean, you look back and you go, I hated the trees, I hated this. There's so many little things about that though that are just they're good for kids.
Oh,
really good
yeah.
for kids to be able to like throw sticks and rocks at trees and do all that kind of stuff. Have that kind of freedom, which you just don't get nowadays.
Oh yeah, it did build character and work ethic in me, and I have so many wonderful memories. So thankful
now
for
the
that.
kids just want to stay in the house.
Oh yeah, it's it's wild to me. Yeah,
I
like
used
how.
to stay outside, and then there'd be the reminder on the TV. Do you know where your kids are?
Yeah.
And the streetlights come on, and you have to run home.
Yeah. Yes.
I think that's one of the hardest things now too, though. And how do you balance the life skills? Because you grew up with the life skills,
right?
And then nowadays it's just a whole different landscape for that.
Yeah.
And so how do you instill the life skills that you?
Yeah.
Because your career right now is such a polar opposite to that world.
Right.
And so how do you integrate that with your children?
Oh man, it's really tough. We don't do cell phones. The oldest is my stepdaughter, the 16-year-old. So her parenting is different than mine. So my husband and her mom she does have a phone. But the other three that are mine don't have phones. They have chores. We go outside as much as possible. So I love being outside. So we fish. We tent camp. I like to tent camp, cook over the fire, hiking. So we're outside in the summer as much as possible to get just dirty and be in in nature.
That's good because I mean that's that was I look back and
those
that was it.
Such great and they're free. We've gone on kind of fancy vacations here and there, and all of us prefer to go camping. So it's like, and then I try to I tell them, by the time you're 18, I want you to be a fully functional adult and contribute to the world and be able to take care of yourself should you want to go. And so right now when they maybe complain about something or doing something, I'll tell like Anthony, who's 12, I'll say, well, you have 6 years until you're an adult. So remember, in 6 years, you're going to be doing this without me helping you. So I just kind of give them that countdown and they get it. They're like, oh, okay,
It's a weird way. That's how you're instilling goals in them as well.
So, yeah.
That's what I do.
It's funny how you can layer certain things in there without them knowing about it, and you feel the back like,
and
I have no idea.
Right, yeah. I do bring them along when I'm working because most of what I do is remote. So in the summertime, they're with me, helping me. And mostly I've learned myself is, when you work smarter, not harder, but also working hard too at the same time is the more you can gain, whether, it's earning money or relationships or being able to have life experiences because you could afford it or whatever. So I do try to, they have their basic chores and responsibilities, but if they do extra, how little or however much, then I can maybe pay them more on top of that.
Yes.
So they can learn if I'm lazy, I don't get to buy the new shoes like my sister who does extra chores every day. So I try to do kind of transferable life skills like that.
And there's reward. Teaching them reward. The more you work, the more effort you put into it, the more rewards. I like that. That's a really good thing to teach kids nowadays.
Yeah, and the other thing too, because I'm very interested in like the brain and how it functions and how to take care of it and strengthen it. So I actually talk about that with them because 2 of them have ADHD. And so I've taught them about the brain and the prefrontal cortex and things that they're doing. And so when they're maybe making choices or, that are not good for the brain, I like talk to them about it. And because a lot of it is I don't want them to ever, get addicted to drugs or anything like that, having some brothers that did. And so I'm just trying to teach them, if you choose to drink alcohol, underage, this is what happens to your brain. Or if you choose to, you're at a party when you're older and someone's trying to offer you something, this is what happens, and this is a lasting consequence. So I'm maybe a little too logical and practical, but I show them those things.
No, I think that's really the way you get them to think down the road. You're planting those seeds, and I think that's really, it's really hard to take your brain at your age and put it in a child at that age.
Yeah.
Because you think about what were you doing when you were 16 years old or 14 years old?
I never thought ahead like that. And I wish I'd had somebody that said, if you do it, that's your choice, but these are consequences that you shouldn't ignore. This will happen. And I have consequences to this day from choices I made. That will never go away, and I can never undo them. Yeah. So I try to teach them to my kids.
I think a really good snapshot at why you are who you are and how you are by a lot of the experiences and things that you've done. Because a lot of times people, you can see their stuff. You are very well organized as far as that goes. I mean, I haven't seen, all the different experiences you have just taken it all in. And this is who I am.
Yeah, I think, Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm also a hot mess. That's why I do try to,
high five.
So I actually have a mood disorder that sounds scary, but I've learned how to make it work for me. But I have bipolar too. It's a mood disorder that on some weeks I have a lot of energy, and then some weeks I'm more depressed. So it's not like one in TV. There's bipolar 1 where you have reality breaks and you can't. It's very hard to function. So I'm thankful I don't have that. It's a milder version. But I've had to learn how to. So my poor husband, for my undiagnosed years, he had to really deal with a lot. And then I got diagnosed and took massive action on figuring it out and how to take care of myself. And so now I've turned it into my superpower because you would not believe how much I get done on that 1 week. That I have a lot of energy. I will go out and run half marathons. I will get so much done, so much work done. So I use it to my advantage. And then on my kind of down week, I just know to keep it light on appointments. I might need to sleep a little more. And I'm able to set my life up for success so that I can get through that week successfully.
A lot of people look at the negatives.
Right.
And they're focused
That's
on the
why I
negatives.
try to talk about it because the best way it was explained to me is it's the same thing as having diabetes. If you don't treat it's a medical condition. It's chemicals in your brain or the way your brain is working from maybe other things that have happened or things in your past. And so it's you have to treat it like a medical condition. But I know that it was my responsibility to myself and my family to take responsibility for the fact that this is what I have. I need to treat it like a medical condition. And I have to take responsibility for taking the action I need to be the best version of me. And so yeah.
I like how you capitalize on the good weeks.
Yeah.
I think that's fantastic.
Yeah. I remember when I got diagnosed with it and I walked into my team meeting and I said, you guys thought I was cool before, just wait till I get on my medication that I need now. And, so.
I love the fact that you're getting so out there in the public. And I think that there's not enough people out there that carry it like you do. And it'd be nice to have more people out there that give you that roadmap on, hey, if this is the way it is, then, it's not a sentence. You know, it's not like you're going to, you're not going to go sit in the corner.
We can learn how to use it to our advantage.
Very much
actually, as long as we're getting the right, help and if someone needs medication or not. So to me, I'm it actually worked. Now I've learned how to channel it to where it's an advantage to my work and my life. And I don't look down on myself for it at all, even though it sounds scary at first. But yeah. And
I think a lot of people can plant those seeds in you as well.
Yeah.
And so it's actually watering the right seeds.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
You know, because I deal a lot with ADHD and things like that, and because I felt like that was my superpower.
Yes.
And then managing
100%.
that other
It's
side.
just figuring out how to channel it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it can be difficult, but it's about having the right people around you. You
Yeah.
know, I align myself with a lot of people that keep things flowing really well for me, and I have
Yes.
to lean on a lot of people myself
Yep.
for those same
Yeah.
types of reasons.
Oh,
you know.
yeah. It's about who you're around,
Yeah.
and you know they rub off on you, whether
so-
it's positive people or negative. So
You know, and I'm sure you say the same thing.
Yeah.
It's like, how did I get so blessed to have these people come in my life when they
Yes.
came in my life, and to be able to add them to your nucleus and stuff. And I just feel like if there's any luxury I've ever had in my life,
Yep.
it's that.
Having a community around you is huge.
right.
And not just to pick you up, but also push you up the ladder.
Right.
And
Oh,
that's
yeah.
really huge. And
Yeah.
so that's really good that you did that. I know
Yeah.
I was diagnosed with all those different things when I was a kid. And so I had a hard time functioning as a kid.
Right.
And
Yeah.
back when I was a child, they labeled it as like, you got to go in the special ed class and you got to
Oh,
do this.
wow.
And so growing up, I always had that, that feeling that I wasn't enough or I wasn't good
Right.
enough or anything like that. And
Yeah.
so, and when you get in adult life and you run across people or kids that have that, you have that, you know what to do. And
Yes.
and that's what's really great. So
Right.
looks like you're
Yeah.
really a good role model for your
Yeah.
kids. I
Thank
love
you.
that.
Yeah.
On your real estate, it's a little slow right now
Yeah.
in real estate.
Yeah.
What do you see?
Yeah.
Do you see like it picking up or you think
Yes,
it's going
yeah,
to?
we've started getting busier. The summertime, oddly enough, was really slow. Just people were still nervous about the interest rates and whatnot. But now it's great. Like now for buyers, it's really, really good because it's a buyer's market, so they can negotiate a lot, including buying down the rate. So that way their interest rate is low. And like
Guess who's trying to sell a house right now?
oh my gosh. It's
So
hard
yes.
to sell. Yes,
Very.
houses are sitting. If it's like a pretty cookie cutter, like nice
Yeah.
turnkey, just a great house, the average price range here is $450, a little bit less than that. So if it's like that and it's priced at what the appraisal will come back at, it still sits for like 84 days is the average day on market. So if it's unique, or if it's high priced, or it's on a, in a certain type of area, it's tougher to sell a house. All that it means is I have to do a good job setting expectations. So they're not disappointed. So they're prepared, and we have plan B and plan C in place.
How are you handling that part of it? I mean, I was just, because there's the realtor, being a real estate agent was just, it was like the new,
Yeah.
it's like the yogurt industry. All of a
Yeah.
sudden, all these yogurt shops pop up.
Right, yeah.
And I know
yeah.
that there was just tons of realtors that came in.
Yeah.
That you lived the life.
Yeah, it was.
The
Yeah, there
glamour
was
was
some
there.
good years. I wish I'd taken more advantage of it. I wish I'd saved more money. Because I didn't know.
Yeah.
I got licensed right in that time,
You thought it
6
was gonna
years
be
ago.
like this forever?
Yeah. Oh, totally. Because
Yeah.
I had no context,
Yeah.
and so it was good. But now, so in Willamette Valley, 53% of agents sold 0 homes in 2025. So most are not selling homes, and most of the like 80% of the sales are happening by 20% of the agents. So it's those middle agents still are
Wow.
only selling like 1 or 2. So it's hard to be an agent. And so if you're only selling 0, 1, 2, like most agents, you have to have another job usually.
Right, yep.
And so then your time that should be spent learning, taking care of people, classes and education isn't happening. So it's like that. It's a tough place to be, which is why I try to help agents. That's like my passion. That's why I have a team.
There's also been rule changes.
Oh yeah, there's
that really affect you guys.
yeah, but in a good way. I love the changes. Yeah, so much. It's like so much better for everybody. I mean, at first I was like, oh no, what do we do? This is a huge giant change. And then I just learn, like educate. And then I realized like, wow, this is actually very cool, very nice. Like, so, yeah.
I think, with the ups and downs in the real estate thing, because I remember in '08,
Yeah.
it like
Yeah.
cleaned house on real estate
Right.
agents
Yes.
because they had to go get jobs because nobody
Yeah.
made any money. It just cleaned house, and then it came back and it went down a little bit.
Yep.
And being able to pivot and learn that. And one of the things that's really good is that you're really good at social media marketing
Oh
too,
yeah, I love it.
right?
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
and so that kind of weeds out maybe some of the more experienced agents, or
Right.
not old, more experienced, but
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
seasoned.
Yes, because there's
You can see
agents
it.
that they are so much more knowledgeable than me.
Yeah.
Like I've sold a lot of homes, but it's only been for 6 years. So there's a lot of agents that know so much more than me, but people don't know they exist. And so I try to exist everywhere where anybody can find me anywhere, and that serves me well because people have short
I
attention
think whatever
spans.
industry you're in, you have to be nimble enough to change and
Yeah.
adjust
Pivot-
and
Yes.
grow
pivot fast.
and do
Yes.
all that. If not, it
Yeah.
moves quick, especially with the digital era.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
everything moves a
Big
lot
time.
quicker because of that.
Yeah.
And so the realtors that are under your umbrella, they're
Yeah.
doing okay though?
Yeah, they're doing pretty well, but it is a 87% failure rate in the industry. So I do have a higher success rate of agents on my team making it, which is great. But by nature, most of them will, by statistically speaking, most of them will not make it.
Yeah.
So whenever, I might say like half my agents are doing deals, and then half of them are seeing if they even want to make it in the industry. That's actually a pretty good rate.
You have to understand market domination and really, so that way people understand who you are and you're the
Yeah.
first person they're going to come to.
Yeah.
And with a unique selling proposition and those two things right there. If you
Yeah.
really have a good handle on that, you're going
Yes.
to be really successful. And I see that you do that in the tools that you use to do it.
Yes.
It's really, really good. So,
Yeah, I try to have the half and half. One, personal connections and relationships, and that's why I try to go as many in-person places that I can to like meet people in person. And then I make sure I add them on social media, and then I'm able to maintain the relationship with that.
Not everybody's like that.
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
Yeah.
everybody talks about it. Everybody says, "Oh, yes, yes, yes," but
Yeah.
not a lot. I mean, you're kind of there's a small margin of people that
Yeah.
have that kind of ambition or have that kind of dedication or discipline to
Yeah.
do that. And
Yeah.
so hopefully you have a team that has that discipline
Yeah,
that can get through
they're
it.
they're amazing. I hope it's like I tell them I can be a rudder, but you have to be your own motor.
Yeah.
And so it's just I see all of their potential. So I always hope that they see it too. And sometimes. I mean, I've been fired from jobs. I have quit I mean, I was a horrible employee when I was young. Like, I had to fail a lot to get to where I am now a very hard worker. I used to be lazy and awful and, break the law and like whatever. And so sometimes when they don't make it, it's sometimes the best thing that can happen for them because now they've faced something that they get stronger through. And so it's just the way that it works. So even if they fail in real estate, that's okay. Like I try to keep a good relationship with them so that way I can help them with whatever they do next.
So somewhere between the mug shot and the head shot, when did you flip that switch?
It was when I was in a 5-year domestic violence situation to where I had no control over anything because I couldn't have a job. I didn't have food all the time. I couldn't have a car. I was getting physically injured. So like I went from a very sheltered childhood, got married when I was 19, lived in that for 5 years. And so then and my kids were Anthony was 4 months old and Sophie was almost 2 when someone found out what was happening and said I'll call CPS if you don't get them out of there. And so then I was like, that was the only thing that got me out of there. It was the best thing that anyone ever said to me. And so once I got out of there, I was like, you know what? I'm in control of my life. Like, never again am I going to be just like allow myself or my kids to like not eat. Like I forgave Will. Like he has given me permission to share the story because he's worked on himself. And so I've never been mad at him or anything. But yeah, so then I was just like, I'm in control of my own life, and that is not going to happen to me, and my kids are not going to be exposed to that ever again. And so then something switched, and I just took responsibility for my shortcomings and worked on them.
Oh, good. I'm
was
glad to
it.
hear that you took those lessons and learned from them.
Yeah.
That's really great. So,
Yeah.
well, we got to do some rapid fire quiz.
Oh,
I could talk to you.
okay,
I could
yes.
talk to you all day because you're
I got
such
so
an
many
inspiration.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I
Ask
get
you.
deep very fast. I hope it's okay.
No, you're fine.
All right.
I mean, that's actually why we do this. It's
Yeah.
just because hopefully you feel comfortable enough. It's
Yeah.
our job, really. And you know this
Yeah.
from the other side is to make the person you're talking to comfortable enough
Yeah.
to just start
Yeah.
talking.
Yeah.
Human
You know, because
element.
most people
Yeah.
want to
Yeah.
hear that side.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
okay, rapid fire away.
Well, they're not going to be as rapid fire because I'm reading
Okay.
them because I can't
Okay.
remember everything.
Okay.
So let me
Let's
ask you,
do it.
what's your word of the year?
Oh,
Are
it's
you-
discipline.
Discipline.
It's the 3rd year in a row. I have a long way to go. So, discipline.
So what's one word you want 26 to be remembered for?
What's one word?
Yeah.
Oh, I would say, what's yours? Give me some inspo.
What's
What's yours?
that I'm leaving behind?
Yeah.
Instant
Oh, it's
gratif-
something you're leaving behind.
Yes,
oh,
you're
okay.
leaving behind.
Yours is
Yeah,
instant
a word you're going to
gratification.
leave behind.
Okay. I would say, well, it's 2 words, people pleasing. Yeah, so, but,
good one.
yeah.
Love yourself first. What habits are you leaving behind in 2025?
I am leaving behind, I would say bad habits of what I put in my body, like food and like drinking alcohol, that sort of a thing. I'm cleaning that up big time.
So what's one bold move you're committed to in 2026?
It is just not being afraid of rejection when I invite big guests on the podcast. And being okay to look stupid when I'm interviewing them because sometimes it's overwhelming at their caliber. And so just believing in myself, I can do it.
What's one risk worth taking this year?
One risk worth taking. I would say it's actually a risk that I've taken the last couple of years and it's really scary. It's doing that half Ironman. It's just another risk worth taking. Like it scares me to death every time and it takes so much work. And so I feel like it will be a risk worth taking because the swim is scary. Like everything's scary to me physically. So
What's one thing in 2026 that you want more of? Money, freedom, or impact?
impact.
When you look back at 2026, what do you hope you're the most proud of?
I would say just being a better mom and having good relationships with my kids. That's what I want.
Are you an early bird or a night owl?
Well, early bird, but also I only have a few hours with Mike after the kids go to bed, so we stay up too late. That's part of the discipline. Early bird overall.
Are you movie watchers or game players or?
Yeah, movie watchers or shows. Yeah.
So what would be your favorite show that you guys like to watch?
Oh man. Okay. I guess it just depends. Like right now, actually, one that we both like is Palm Royale with Kristen Wiig. It has us laughing. Do you know who she is? She was on SNL.
I know her.
Okay.
I didn't know the show though.
Oh, it's so funny. It's so funny. So that's one that we both like. And Trailer Park Boys.
Oh, see,
And
I've never seen that one.
oh my gosh, it's so funny. Yeah, so we like ridiculous, mostly funny ones. Yeah.
What's one thing that you left behind in 2025 that you're glad of?
The stigma of mental health. Like I'm over it now. I'm kind of proud of the progress I made.
Questions are so serious.
Oh,
Oh gosh.
yeah, they are.
Lighten it up.
Really, like-
But
You know, when we started this rapid fire question, it was like coffee or tea.
Yeah, that's what I
it was like this,
expected, yeah.
See, now they're just he's really diving
Okay.
in.
yeah, I love it though.
See,
coffee or energy drink?
Oh, coffee. I'm obsessed with Earl Grey lattes.
Those are good.
what is the weirdest thing you've had to eat? Because
Oh.
with you traveling now, or with you like
Yeah.
starting to go through that,
Yeah.
you're going to have a lot of different meals that
Yeah.
probably going to shock you. But
Like,
what is the one
I
that-
just had escargot at Clink.
Yeah.
Oh, it was so gross. I was like chewing snot. It was so gross. I mean,
But
the
escargot
people loved it at Clink. I mean, it's a great restaurant, so I guess I should have rephrased that. It was just my own mental.
everybody.
Yeah, but they have really good oysters, though. I do like.
See, that's
oysters.
something I can't do. The
Oh
oysters,
really?
ugh.
Oh yeah. Oh, they have
People
the
do the
best.
shots with the barbecue sauce or the you know.
Yeah. Oh, you got to do it out of the shell.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's why I love going to the coast and going to the oyster farm and getting a bushel of oysters. You like sweet or savory?
Savory for
Savory.
sure. Yeah. Like I don't really care for like candy or dessert, but bread. Like I literally, when I'm working. Okay, in the summertime, my favorite thing to do when it's really hot outside is I get snacks and I go sit by the river and I just work there. And I'll literally buy a baguette and just like eat the whole thing.
So that you were saying about being kind of intimidated when you have these big guests on and stuff like
big
that.
time.
You do realize that you're really actually becoming that person.
Yeah.
Like you're actually, that's going to be what you evolve to, and it's going to happen faster.
I would
than you
love
imagine.
that.
Because I was nervous of you coming on here, so that gives you any kind of indication. Because
I'm mostly just a giant.
I think because
mess,
when you watch people at that level,
Yeah.
there's something about that. You feel
Right.
like,
Yeah.
you know, but I think that when you think about it, in 5 years from now, you know, they're probably not 5 years. I mean, that's probably a huge. Like, people are going to be like, oh, I can't wait to get Jordan Hill on. You know,
That would be.
I think that would be
neat.
crazy. It's kind of weird to think like
But
that.
I am trying to be around them because it
Get
is
used to that.
inspiring to me, and I can can get a little bit closer every time.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. I'm
Thank
I'm gushing because I think
you.
that when you see somebody that you believe is going to be able to get to the level that they're talking about, it's just kind of neat to be a part of.
And
So.
the respect thing. It's like, you know, Mike was saying, you know, he was excited to have you on, but a little nervous.
Yeah.
It was like this morning that you missed out on, and no pressure, but there'll be another opportunity. But I really was looking forward to doing this only because I knew
I should have just asked
I was
someone
a
for a
presenter.
ride.
I was a presenter at Networks Today. Like I did a whole thing.
And I was most excited about his because I'm operations brain and I love business, and so I'm.
But that's going to be you. You're going to be on that stage. I see it. Mike sees it. I've been around. You know, I'm around a lot of public speaker people all the time, and you'll be on that big stage.
Fingers crossed. No, not fingers crossed. I will.
Just don't remember us little people. Like,
You can be in the dinner for free.
yeah. Okay.
Sneak
Thank
you
you.
in.
Thank you.
I know it's exciting though.
If anybody wants to reach out to you, how would they do that?
Yes, I would say the best way is on Instagram, Jordan Hill Real Estate. But my phone number's everywhere, so people can. I'll go to coffee if you're local, and and I'm on Facebook too. Yeah, and Dirt to Sky Business Podcast.
Yeah,
So.
we're really glad you came on.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Because I know your time is very
This
valuable.
Awesome. I was excited about this, so yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you for having me.